Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to the AM News on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Ramsey Enoch Agbo. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times, channel 276. The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has monitored the conduct of the area council elections across the FCT, describing the process as peaceful and orderly. The minister visited polling units where he interacted with ad hoc staff of the Independent National Electoral Commission, that is INEC, to assess the level of compliance and voter turnout. Kabir Hassan reports.
Speaking during the visit, Wike expressed satisfaction with the conduct of exercise. At another polling unit, INEC officials informed the FCT minister that although the process was smooth, turnout in some areas are low. Across monitored polling units, electoral materials arrived early, accreditation and voting commenced as scheduled, and security personnel were visibly deployed to maintain law and order. Residents who spoke commended the peaceful atmosphere and transparency of the process.
This is in Ward Top Locally 002. The processes that have been done are perfect. Very, very perfect. As you can see, I've already been accredited and I'm 100% ready to go and cast my vote now.
I think everything is going well. The accreditation is going smoothly, not like as before. So everything to me is okay. You can see it by yourself. The security are moving around. The situation is calm. Everywhere is good. In fact, this year election is what we expected.
The election here has been peaceful. There's no violence and everything is going smoothly. The process is transparent. We can see everything clearly and party agents are observing. Observers noted that although voter turnout varied across polling units, the exercise was largely hitch-free. As voting concluded in some polling units, officials commenced sorting and counting of ballots in the presence of party agents and observers. The FCT area council election is expected to produce chairmen and councillors across the councils, with residents hopeful that those elected will deliver on grassroots development. Kabir Hassan reporting for Global TV News.
Trooped to various polling centers to exercise their franchise in the Federal Territory Area Council elections, with mixed report of early arrival of materials in some polling units and delay in others. Samuel Odi reports.
We're currently here at the polling unit 013 at Asokoro, just a very short distance away from ECOWAS Commission Secretariat here in Abuja. We saw and noticed at exactly 8:21 a.m. electoral materials arrived with INEC officials, and we are accompanied by some security personnel who are here to ensure that everything transpired swiftly as Abuja decides. So we'll give you developing stories as the electoral process is underway. However, situations was different at polling unit 020 in Nyanya Federal Housing, where voters' turnout was described as massive early as at 6 a.m., but election materials were yet to arrive as at 10 a.m. Frustrated but patient voters waited on the trees, calling on electoral officials to expedite deployment to avoid disenfranchisement.
As you can see, this is Federal Housing. This is polling unit 020, and if you as you can see now, this is getting to 10 o'clock now. Up till now, we have not seen our election materials up till now, and other places have started voting now. They are doing accreditation and all of that, but up till now, the whole Federal Housing, as you can see now, there is no election materials, nothing. I'm just coming from the collation center, and in Nyanya, 95% of them now have left the collation center, so we don't know what is going on. And look at time now, and according to the INEC, by now our election materials are supposed to be in the polling units up till now, so we don't know what is going on, Nigerians. So this is what is happening.
We're here since 6 o'clock, and so we are told the election is starting by 8:30. So up till now, we haven't seen anything, and there is no any update as it is now. We are just waiting for INEC officials.
Some voters expressed concerns that delays could damper morale if not urgently addressed, while others maintained confidence that the process would stabilize as the day progressed. Electoral observers say the contest in logistics highlights the need for improved coordinations to ensure uniform commencement across polling units. As voting continues across the area councils, residents are hopeful for a peaceful and credible exercise, while attention now turns to how quickly delayed polling units will be supplied to generate full participation in the democratic process. Samuel Odi for
The Minister of Special Duties and Intergovernmental Affairs, Zephaniah Bitrus Gisalo, says the FCT Council election were generally peaceful, describing the exercise as free and fair. Ubom Usoro reports.
Speaking after casting his vote at voting unit 02 in Gariki, the minister expressed satisfaction with the conduct of the process.
The INEC, they are all here, and they are all over the Civil Council, and they are conducting an election free and fair, no hitches. And I believe the security agents are also doing their job. I can see that atmosphere is very calm, everything is going well.
He commended the Independent National Electoral Commission for the timely deployment of electoral materials and personnel, noting that voter turnout was encouraging.
And the people of Abuja Municipal Council will smile because I believe they are voting the candidate of their choice. And I believe that people are doing their rightful voting. And would want the people want to realize the winner of the election.
Right Honorable Jalasu also praised security agencies for maintaining order and ensuring a safe environment for residents to exercise their civic responsibility. He urged eligible voters who are yet to cast their ballots to take advantage of the peaceful atmosphere and participate in the democratic process. Ubong Usoro for Global Television News.
Voting in the Federal Capital Territory Area Council election was largely peaceful in Buhari, with stakeholders expressing satisfaction over the conduct of the exercise. Security agencies, electoral officials, and voters all reported a calm atmosphere. Sadia Yakubu reports.
Accreditation and voting commenced earlier in several polling units visited as officials of the Independent National Electoral Commission deployed materials and personnel across the area councils. Security operatives were also seen stationed at strategic locations to maintain order. The Commissioner of Police for FCT, Mila Dantawai, who monitored the exercise in Buhari Area Council, described the process as orderly and free of major security breaches.
To the best of my knowledge and what I have seen so far, the conduct of the election has been peaceful. I have thought this will be my 6th or 7th polling unit on this stretch alone.
The current chairman of the area council and candidate for a second term, John Gabaya, also commended the electoral body for what he described as a smooth and transparent process.
The process of our election today in Federal Capital, as you can see, this is in Ward and technically in 002. The processes that have been done are very, very perfect. As you can see, I'm already in detail.
Some voters who participated in the exercise expressed confidence in the process, noting the peaceful conduct and orderly arrangement at polling units.
Everything is going well. The accreditation is going smoothly, not like as before. So everything to me is okay.
Stakeholders have urged residents to sustain the peaceful atmosphere through coalition and announcements of results. Sadia Yakubu for Global TV News.
The chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Joash Amopitan, has expressed satisfaction with the conduct of the Federal Capital Territory Area Council elections following an assessment visit to polling units within the Abuja Municipal Area Council, that is AMAC. Aniete Patrick reports.
At several polling units visited within AMAC, the INEC chairman described the exercise as orderly, peaceful and efficient, key indicators, he says, of a credible election. Professor Amopiton commended the performance of the bimodal voter accreditation system BVAS, noting that accreditation was seamless and took less than 5 seconds per voter. He said the effective deployment of technology would further strengthen the integrity of the electoral process, ensuring that only accredited voters cast their ballots and that results are transmitted transparently.
As far as the efficiency of the BVAS is concerned, I am very satisfied because the BVAS have worked effectively and efficiently.
The INEC chairman also observed a large voter turnout, describing it as a positive sign of growing civic awareness and public confidence in the system. Security presence, he noted, was adequate, with about 30 personnel stationed at some polling locations to maintain order. On reports of minor logistical challenges in a few polling units, including delayed arrival of materials, the INEC chairman said over 99% of polling units opened as scheduled, while issues recorded in isolated areas were swiftly addressed through security reinforcements and real-time monitoring from the Commission Situation Room.
So far, we have gotten very good reports from all the polling units. The atmosphere is very calm in all the polling units. The only area we had problem was in Abaji, and immediately we deployed security men, and the ugly incident was tamed, and so voting has resumed there.
Looking ahead to 2027, Professor Amopiton expressed confidence that the consistent deployment of BVAS and adherence to due process would continue to guarantee credible elections and strengthen public trust in Nigeria's democratic process. He expressed optimism that at the close of polls, the FCT elections would be adjudged free, fair, and successful. Aniete Patrick reporting for Global TV News.
Grassroots politics takes center stage in Benue State as the All Progressive Congress begins a crucial phase of its internal democratic process. Party leaders say the world congresses are not only shaping leadership at the local level, but also reinforcing unity and stability within the party. Felicity Ndere will bring the details later. Three major opposition parties, the People's Democratic Party, New Nigerian People's Party, and African Democratic Congress, are missing on the ballot papers for the Kano State House of Assembly by-election. The by-election is being conducted to fill 2 vacant seats in the State Assembly following the death of the former lawmakers last year, who were members of the NNPP before their demise. According to reports, many polling units had only a handful of voters, with INEC officials seated and prepared awaiting more constituents. Imo State Governor Uzodinma has inaugurated members of the Judicial Service Commission, tasking them with upholding integrity and protecting the interests of the people. The ceremony in Owerri underscores renewed efforts to strengthen the state's judiciary. Our correspondent, Amarachi Ibe, reports.
Administering the oaths of office, Governor Uzodinma described the inauguration as a defining moment in strengthening the state's judiciary. He acknowledged that recent developments has tested the system, but expressed confidence that the reconstituted commission would restore stability and reinforce public trust.
So I will urge you to go out there, give Imo State a united, committed judiciary that will take care of the interests of the ordinary man. You have just sworn to an oath, and this oath is real, for good conscience, for the protection of the interests of our people,
for defense of our authority bestowed on us by God.
The governor urged members to be guided by good conscience in the discharge of their duties and to build a judiciary that is united, disciplined, and responsive to the needs of citizens.
So I encourage you to do the right thing at all times. And I want to encourage you to serve our people and to let Imo State be a shining example. Let our judiciary be the best in the country. Let good conscience drive our sense of judgment. Let our thought processes be innovative, creative, and that of empathy.
Responding on behalf of the Commission, Louis Alozie, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, assured that the Commission would work in harmony with relevant arms of government while preserving the independence, fairness, and integrity of the judiciary.
Do our very best to uphold what is fair, what is right, and what can be defended before God and man.
The inauguration marks a significant step in repositioning the Judicial Service Commission to enhance accountability and strengthen confidence in the administration of justice in Imo State. From Owerri, Amarachi Ibe, reporting for Global TV News.
The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board has clarified that candidates are not required to remove their hijabs during registration, following a video that raised concern about alleged discrimination against Muslim candidates at Afe Babalola University. The report says a man lamented that his sister had been told to remove her hijab before being photographed. In a statement via its verified account, JAMB said it is important to state clearly that the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board, whether in the past or present, has not issued any directive prohibiting candidates from wearing the hijab. You're watching the live broadcast of AM News. AM News returns after this weather forecast plus business, foreign, and sports stories on the other side of this break. Please stay with us.
Hello, welcome to Sunday's weather forecast. Moderate dust haze continues across the northern, extending to the inland areas of the south. Visibility may drop to 1,000 meters or less in thick dust haze in parts of the Federal Capital Territory and Niger State. Residents in these areas are advised to take necessary precaution, drive with caution, and our airline operators ensure to visit the eFlight folder portal for latest weather updates. In the coastal parts of the country, partly cloudy conditions will prevail during the morning hours. Later during the day, there are chances of thunderstorms in parts of Bayelsa, Rivers, and Delta states. If you're in these areas, keep an eye on the sky and keep an umbrella handy. Temperatures may drop slightly due to the presence of dust particles in the atmosphere. So stay with us for temperature forecasts across some selected cities. I am Theodora Itum. Thank you for watching.
To the world of business, the World Bank is set to approve a $500 million loan to Nigeria by March 30, 2026 to boost agricultural productivity and strengthen value chains under the Nigerian Sustainable Agricultural Value Chains for Growth project. The facility, to be fully financed through the International Development Association, will support smallholder farmers, promote private sector investment, and address structural gaps that have left Nigeria importing nearly $10 billion worth of food annually, despite agricultural employment about one-third of the workforce. If approved, the credit will add to Nigeria's rising exposure to the World Bank, with the country's debt to EBITDA standing at $18.7 billion as of December 2025, highlighting growing reliance on concessional funding amid fiscal constraints. And on the foreign scene, United States President Donald Trump has launched a scathing attack on 6 Supreme Court justices after they struck down his administration's global tariff, describing the ruling as deeply disappointing and accusing the majority of lacking courage. The court held that presidents do not have inherent authority to impose sweeping tariffs without congressional backing, promoting Trump to question the judgment and suggest the court may have been influenced by foreign interests, though he provided no evidence. While praising Justices Clarence Thomas, Samuel Alito, and Brett Kavanaugh for dissenting, Trump criticized both Republican and Democratic appointees in the majority and vowed to explore alternative methods to sustain his trade policy. Hezbollah warned Saturday that it would have no choice but to fight on after an Israel strike on target in Lebanon killed 8 of its operatives. Lebanon's government has vowed to disarm Hezbollah, but Israel insists it retains the right to defend itself by striking Iran-backed militant group. The Israeli military said it had hit Hezbollah command centers in eastern Lebanon and targets linked to the Palestinian group Hamas in the south. And on to the world of sports. The Nigerian Football Federation has confirmed that the Super Eagles will participate in a 4-nation invitational tournament in Amman, Jordan during the next month's international window. Nigeria will open against Iran on March 27 at the Amman International Stadium before facing host Jordan on March 31, while Costa Rica completes the lineup of participating teams. The tournament offers the 3-time African champions an opportunity to test squad depth and tactical adjustment ahead of upcoming competitive fixtures. Floyd Mayweather is coming out of retirement and will return to professional boxing after his exhibition fight with Mike Tyson this spring, the 48-year-old announced. A former multi-weight world champion, Mayweather retired from boxing in 2017 unbeaten in 50 bouts, though he has appeared in several exhibition fights since. A first professional fight is tentatively scheduled for this summer against an opponent to be announced. And this is the size of the AM News for you this morning. But before we go, a quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV Channel 365 and Star Times Channel 276. And kindly follow us on all our social media platforms now showing on your screen using Global TV NG. I am Ramsey Enoch Agbo. Thanks for watching.